I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bro. Lifting up, never not on my...
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Trubisky on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a short gain down to about the 33. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
18.
Now they try the right side here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ready. 60 yards. Hey, check. Come. 64. Wait. Go down. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On first down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Three 0 after one on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Browns 0.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Hey, 56 is the mic. Mike 56, Mike 56. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Squeeze, double. Mike, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go. Set the tone, see.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ran, go. 59. Hey, let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Lock in. Tighten up. Go ahead, go. Mike,
now it's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Down Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Jump. Red, jump. Work.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? Big break. Slow. 56. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Yeah, let's get set. Hey, watch it. Check 52. Trump.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Fields trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 18. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Crunch. Hands up. Mike's 59.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Come on, 180. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. I want to work. I want to work. 33, check back 33. All day, every day, any day. Hey, it's orbit. 33. Who that? Who that? Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33. So don't say nothing.
Here's Trubisky. The open man is Smith. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
53's mine. Check 53's mine. Your job. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's a definite.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch. Hey, word. Check 133.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, as time expires in the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Steelers 17. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Blue, blue, blue. 33. Watch the run. Blue, blue, blue. Hey, zoom.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 4, check 4. Check, 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 check. Go, go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No get. On the play there, 2nd down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Crunch time, defense. Move. Mike 5'9. Mike 5'9. Go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch him.
Trubisky will throw. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Raekwon Smith out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike, check. 59. Move. Get in the weight room. Watch Swift.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Double time. 3 down, 3 down. Watch twist.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, G. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch.
Now Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm scared.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Don't get nervous. Check it back. Check it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On the run, it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
Now Trubisky, he shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
I think you got it, son. Switch, switch, switch.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Barkley, and an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do it.